Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is gonna be a very uncomfortable video. It's to the fact that I'm gonna turn off the comments for this video. What I noticed when I went for my concealed carry, it was very political. Very, very political. Even the undertone was very political as far as the nature of gun community. First thing first, you have the right to choose whatever party you believe in, and you have the right to support that party. I'm not against politics. You know, it makes the fabric of our country. But what I'm not about is this underlying systematic racism that comes from the gun community. Guns are heavily white, I noticed. It's a very heavy Republican white population, and I'm not caring about your political alignment per se, but I have to say there's certain things I don't agree with. When people are like, well, you know, I'm going to support the NRA. The NRA spend billions of dollars to keep minorities down. Period. When minorities have the legal right to bear arms and have guns, I have not seen not one NRA at any of these rallies. I think the nature of the organizations is good, because you need organizations that support gun rights. I just wish it wasn't so political, but I've also been in situations where Democrats is heavily minority. That's just how it's always been. It's applied. Country music is for Republicans, and hip hop is for Democrats and black people, and other minorities. And what I have seen, there's a lot of gun community that secretly wish minorities did not have guns. And what I have noticed, the people in black community is, wait a minute, we deserve the same rights too. So when you say you have the right to bear arms, we have the right to bear arms too. What's the difference between you and I? I'm not either Democrat or Republican. I'm just for right or wrong. That's just where I stand. I used to be heavily political, but I am beginning to live many years and realize they count both the same, in my opinion. They out for their own agenda. House of Cards, really. If you understand that Netflix show, that's how I personally feel. But I do have causes I do support. I just don't like any of the current politicians that's running. But that's neither here or there. But what I am concerned about is I have the same right to protect my family. Why I have to be a hoodlum? You know, or if you're in the wrong place at the wrong time, or you're an athlete, a black athlete at that, oh, this person was apprehended because they had an illegal firearm. Well, it's constitutional carry, open carry. I have the right to have that weapon. But you may want to use that as a political size, because the truth be told, you hate to see black people have that much money and that much power. Let's just call it what it is. And that's a shame. That's a shame that we're that political all the time, even for guns. I wish we can just, hey, it's for the sake of guns and sake of one protecting. But I have noticed that it's very far from that. It's very political. I have tried my best in the 2.5 years to kind of stay a little neutral and stay on subject, but I can't ignore certain crimes against humanity that's not right. What happened to Brittany Griner was not right, and for all of those people complain that, well, she should not have been released, where the hell is your passion now? That guy Paul is still in prison. I'm not hearing you march in the streets for that injustice, but you mad that she was released because of her sexual preference. And then people say, well, Jesus and this. If you understand the message of Jesus, Jesus was a social service worker that fought political alliance that was already established, and people using religion and politics in the same breath to justify their dirty deeds. And when he exposed them, those powers that be, who thought they were had real power, but they were just tokens that the Roman Empire allowed in order to keep the peace. I kind of hate when people use God the wrong way, especially to justify your agenda. Those that accept my message, I hope you understand it's not a lens of political alliance, but right or wrong and minority, which I am clearly one. But I'm passionate about 2A. It's not the same passion if you're Caucasian with 2A. It's not viewed the same way. The same people that says, I support the blue, which black people support the blue too, but not at the expense of racism and getting pulled over. And I know quite a bit about racial profiling. I lived in Minnesota for many years, which is the reason, hence, I don't live there anymore. And that was way before George Floyd. And the stuff that happened to George Floyd been happening up there for decades. Google it. So anyway, I've been avoiding trying to make a video like this, but on certain subject, I feel like I need to say something. From this point forward, I'm just going to try to keep the video on the message and not make it political, because really it's not. It's about safety. So that's how I feel on it. Have a good one.